Yo, what's up folks, it's me BaRKy and I'm here with another mod showcase for Rimworld 1.2 and this is the Rimnauts mod. Now I've been asked to do this mod so many times to do a video on it and I'm surprised that I hadn't actually seen it before because it is really cool. I say that about every single mod, but I'll show you why I really like this one. Anyways, you start off the mod with needing to build one of these satellite dishes. So satellite dish over there. And you can build on. The weird thing about this mod is that a lot of the build requirements take very little work to do. So work left 1, but it takes quite a few resources. I mean, that's 500 say steel, 250 plasteel, 30 components, and 10 advanced components. Everything in this mod is just really expensive. And maybe not overly balanced, although I know that I'm not the person to go to about balance. But I'll show you why. This is the new world view with this mod enabled though. So take a look at this. There are things floating around the world in orbit. Look at that. But the coolest one is the moon over here. Now the cool thing about it is, once you've made the satellite dish, it lets you look at the moon, so it lets you find it, so you've discovered that moon. And once you've done that, you need to go into your research tab and get transport pods. Transport pods allow you to build the launch pad and the moon rocket. I hope they add in more things aside from that. So we're going to go ahead and build a whole lot of these moon rockets here on these launch pads that I've already built, but you can see the requirements for it. So for one launch pad, it's 10 components and 75 steel. You can make it out of anything though, so if you make it out of stuff, it does go up. So there we go, 10 components, 75 direct steel. Although why you'd make it out of something like that, I don't know. But moon rocket is a bit more pricey. 260 steel, 120 plus steel, 15 components, 5 advanced components. I will speak on why I think this is a bit too much in a moment, but let's go ahead and make one and send up an initial supply just up there. So I want to load stuff. I just want to load food at the moment. Just do you. So look at how much mass you can take up. It's only 150 kilograms. As I said, I will speak on that in a moment. And then wood. You want to take up wood because you obviously do not find wood up there. And let's just fill a whole bunch of them up with stuff. We need more survival meals, so since we're doing this in survival, let's just get a balanced amount. There we go, I think 20,000 is fine. Fill you up, can only take 500. Fill you up. Components. I need a bit more wood. And let's start ferrying our resources to this moon. And there we go. Now that I've sent a whole lot of stuff to this moon, you can see the stuff arriving on the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life. If the mod just did this, as in just made this world animated, I would think it's awesome. But anyways, look at them arriving to the pieces in orbit, landing on the moon, and a few more things are coming. And there we go, people just arrived. So welcome to the moon. How cool is this? Now the moon is a bit of an interesting place. I mean, look at it, it's negative 47 degrees Celsius. That is just, anybody will die here, unfortunately. They will die pretty quickly, except for my colonists, because they're beast mode. It's freezing cold. There is no organic life here, so just keep that in mind. You cannot find anything. Bring wood with, but everything else is basically available en masse, to the point where you can make basically buildings out of plasteel and not have to worry about it. So let's go ahead and do that. Look at this. The first thing you want to do though is probably get some power set up. So a little base for storage is good, and maybe some power going into it. I'm not too stressed about power at the moment though, because this is just for the video, but that's probably what I'd recommend. Let them fill up the stuff with storage. But this is it. It is cool. Now, you can find transport pods arriving here of people just landing here and dying because they just freeze to death. And it's also pretty funny because there is no need for oxygen, so you can just have them arrive and it's totally fine. So just keep in mind some interesting things about the actual rocket. So I didn't send components up, did I? So you can find components, steel, plasteel, everything here. You just gotta strip mine the whole moon. This is the most human thing ever, to strip mine a moon. But that is the way you sort of have to go about it. Go ahead and do this. And there we go. So I've just stripped mining the moon basically to get the resources I need. Now, I was going to speak on some things about the actual moon rocket. It is very expensive to make. I've gone over the resources that you need for it already, but it's also a one-time use thing, so it needs 5 advanced components, and then it can only take 150 kilograms with it. I said I would speak on balance a little bit just because I do think this needs some work, but I definitely think that you shouldn't need 5 advanced components for this, and I also think it should be able to take at least 300 kilograms of stuff, just because if you're loading up a colonist, you'll sort of notice that the weight of each colonist hovers around like 80 kilograms, 70 to 80 kilograms. So if I want to send up 2 colonists, you've taken up the whole rocket, which is why I had to send up, 4 or 5 before with supplies. Food especially, you cannot get food there. There's no ways to do it unless you have hydroponics and some extreme heating, which needs some extreme power, and it's on the moon, so you just have solar panels basically. And that's my biggest gripe with it. It's just that it's incredibly hard to get there. I don't think it should be broken enough that you can strip mine it and send resources back. Don't get me wrong. But if there's no way to live here, I don't really see much of a point of coming here. Anyways, these people are just destroying the moon completely. As you can see, we found some steel, some components, all that jazz. There's a lot of plasteel on the moon, I will say that, which is pretty cool. Although to send it back, it's pretty difficult. And just while I'm here, I saw a lot of people asking about this on the actual mod work page, but to click on the rocket, you click on the middle one here. To click on the launch pad, it's actually just to the left of it, where the bar is. So you can see the bar, thanks to the yellow part. So if I wanted to send back plasteel, I could send back 600 with a fully fed rocket, which also takes 5 advanced components, which outdoes that completely. So it's not meant to be strip mined like this. That might be intended by the mod maker, so keep that in mind. That might be exactly what he wants, which in that case, cool. If it's your mod, you do with it as you please. I just wish that you could take a bit more up. That's all. Anyways, the materials that you can see on the moon here there's 2 different ones. So if I go ahead and just get rid of some of these. So that's Maria chunks, which are these ones over here, so Luna Maria, and then Luna Highland chunks. Now I really like Luna Highland chunks just because they are like a really nice white, just a bit of an off-white, and I like the look of that in this game. Anyways, that's basically it. This is still the world view, and I love this world view. I think it's stunning. I do hope they add in more planets to go to, so it would be awesome if you could go to a different planet entirely. You don't even need to do other planets, just maybe other unique moons that you can find with satellite dish. I think that would be pretty neat. And aside from that, just a bit of balance towards the actual rocket, make it a bit more worth it, because as of right now, and I know this is a bit of a moot point, but if you have an SRTS mod enabled, you can just take the SRTS to the moon, and it uses way less fuel, and it's a lot easier to get there, costs less resources. So that's just my opinion anyways. Take it or leave it. I don't think it's broken at all. I think the moon is awesome. You can come here and set up a new colony on a freaking moon. And look at it, it looks awesome. Really, really cool. You have stone blocks, so you can make your stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will leave the video there. That's it for today. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. It's really, really awesome of you. I've got a Discord server that's free for all to join if you'd like to come and have a chat with me or anyone else. And I've also opened up a Patreon page to help fund my videos, so if any of those interest you, please go ahead and take a look at the description. Have a great day, and thank you very much for watching.